All right, our learning objective today, our goal says, I can find the GCF. What's GCF? Elian? Nice, greatest common factor. Using the rainbow method or ladder method? What's rainbow method? What is ladder method? Raise your hand if you've heard of the terms GCF, greatest common factor, rainbow method, or ladder method. Just raise your hand if you've heard of any of that before. Good. Colin, what'd you hear? What do you?
Greatest common factor.
Good. Greatest common factor. Anyone else? What did you hear? Chris? Greatest common factor. Raise your hand if you've heard of greatest common factor. Okay. Greatest common factor and GCF are the exact same thing. Okay. All right, we are looking at our guided notes. Here, let me navigate this. If I can figure it out. In our guide notes, it says key concept, blank. A number that divides another number without a remainder. Does anyone know what that term is? There's another way to say this. It's in GCF. What is a number that divides another number without a remainder? Chloe. Good. It is a factor. Here is factor. A factor, a number that divides another number without a remainder. Factor can also be said as numbers that you multiply together to get another number. It's numbers you are multiplying. Okay. So let's look at 18. What are some factors of 18? Colin? 9. So a factor is a number multiplied by another number to get your answer. So if 9 is a factor, there has to be something that goes with 9 to get 18. What is that, Bryce? Times 2. So 2 and 9 are both factors. What are some other factors? Libby? 6. Good. 3 times 6 gives us 18. Any other ones? Elian?
18 times 1.
Good. 18 and 1. Those are factors of 18. What about factors of 14? Chloe, what's one? 7 and 2. Chris? 14 and 1. Are there any other ones? Okay. All right. Factors. Got it? Now, the second one in our guiding note says blank blank. A factor that 2 or more numbers share. It's in GCF. A factor that 2 or more numbers share. Chloe? You got it. Common factor. All right. We have common factors. So we can find the common factors of 18 and 14. What are some common factors of 18 and 14. What factors do they share? Colin. 2. They both have a factor of 2. What else? Will. 1. Any other ones? Nope. So what are the common factors of 18 and 14? Chris?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. That's common factors. The last one says blank, blank, blank is the greatest number of factors or both or all numbers. It is often referred to as GCF. Come.
Greatest common factor.
You got it. So what is the greatest number that the factors share? What is the greatest common factor? Elian. 2. So the greatest common factor of 18 and 14 is 2. The greatest number of the common factors. Okay. We good with that? Let's look at another one. So 24 and 16. Alright? At this time, get your agendas out. Okay, I'm going to show you. 24 and 16. I'm looking for the factors of 24. I can go to my multiplication chart. I'm going to start at 1. Is 1 going to be a factor of 24? Yes. 1 will be a factor of every single number. 1 times what gives me 24? Well, 24. So 1 will always be a factor. And what else will always be a factor?
2.
Not 2. Megan?
The number it is.
Yeah, the number that you're looking for. So 1 and that number will always be a factor. So if this 1 would go on forever and ever, we would end up at 24. Right? So 1 and 24. Now 2. So we go to 2. We're looking, is 2 a factor of 24? I look across. There it is. What are the factors of 2 and what are factors of 24? 2 and 12. Okay, so write that down. What about 3? Is 3 a factor of 24? You look at 3. I'm going to draw my arrow across until I hit. I don't want to do that. 3. Go all the way across. I reach 24. So 3 and 8 are factors. 4. I go across. 24 and 6. So that's 1. 24, 2, 12, 3, 8, 4, and 6. Do you see how you can use your multiplication chart to do that? Please use your multiplication chart for today's lesson, your homework, and on the test. You can use your multiplication chart for this. Okay, you go ahead and find the factors of 16. Please use your multiplication chart. start at 1, go all the way across. You know 1 is always going to be a factor. All right, here we go. Is 1 a factor? Will always be a factor. What goes with 1? Yeah. 16. Okay. You go to 2. Go across. Bryce. 2 and 8. Okay. You go to 3. Go across on 3. Do you see a 16? No. So is 3 a factor of 16? No. Okay. Go to 4. Chris.
4 and 4.
Good, 4 and 4. So I'm only going to write at one time. Okay, you only write the number 1. These are your factors of 24 and 16. What are the common factors now of 24 and 16? Lily. 1, 2, 4, and 8. Those are all the common factors. What is the greatest common factor now of 24 and 16? Megan. 8. You just solved the greatest common factor using the rainbow method. Do you want to know why it's called the rainbow method? Do you have any ideas? Megan? You got it, yep. You can make a rainbow with your factors. 1 times 16 is 16. 2 times 8 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. 1 time, whoa. There, I guess. 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. Makes it look like a rainbow. So listing your factors out or using the rainbow method. Good with that? Think you can handle it? Okay, go ahead and try. Factors of 12 and 42. Again, please use your agenda for both of those. Factors of 12 and 42. List them in the rainbow just like this. Okay, let's go ahead and list our factors of 12. Who can give them to me in order from smallest to biggest? Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Good. Using the rainbow method. 1 times 12 is 12. 2. Come on. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. So those are all your factors. I can stop like 4. Is 5 a factor of 12? No. I can stop after 5 because it's already 6. I know 6 is going to go with 2. So once you get halfway, you can stop. All right, then 42. What are the factors of 42? Column.
1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 14, 21, 42.
What's after 7?
14, 21, and 42.
Perfect. Can we agree? 1 and 42. 21 times 2 is 42. 3 times 14, 7 times 6. Those are all of your factors for 42. All right. What are the common factors? Megan.
1, 2, 3, 6.
Awesome. What is the greatest common factor then? Kara. 6. Is that the greatest common factor? It's the largest number that they share in common. All right, you think you can handle that? All right, so this is called the rainbow method. I'll be honest with you. I'm about to teach you something that's way faster. But I know a lot of people, some people, like doing it this way. So I don't care whether way you do it does not bother me. I need you to know both ways. If I don't tell you which one to do whatever one you want. This one is called rainbow method. It's listing all the factors. Do you have to list every single one of them? Yes, you have to list every single one of them. Otherwise, you might miss a common factor. You don't know if it's the largest one then. You have to list all of the factors. Good? All right. Turn your paper over. We're going to do 12 and 42 with what's called the ladder method. So ignore this, all the steps for it. I'm going to do 12 and 42 because we've already answered that one. I'll show you how it works. So, ladder method. I'm going to list 12 and 42. Please do this off the side with me. If you want to do it on the left side, there's more room over there, that's fine. Or on your notebook. List 12 and 42. The two numbers that we are comparing. Put what looks like a step in a ladder or a long L. Then we say, what can we divide out of both 12 and 42? What's the number that we can divide out of both of those? Mark. 6. I agree. What is 12 divided by 6 altogether? 2. What is 42 divided by 6? 7. Can I divide anything else out of 2 and 7? Allison.
You can divide 1 out of 7.
Good. There is something you can divide out. You can divide a 1. Do not write this in your paper. Just watch me. If I divide a 1 out, what is 2 divided by 1? 2. What's 7 divided by 1? 7. Did I change anything? No. So dividing by a 1 is not going to do any good. So go back to your answer before. What was the greatest common factor of 12 and 42? Chris?
6.
It was 6. Where's the answer for the greatest common factor using the ladder method? Colin? Yeah, it's off too. Well, not the top. We're going to say it's the side of the ladder. Here is your answer. That's all you have to do for using the greatest common factor, using the ladder method. Your answer for the greatest common factor will be on the left-hand side. Okay? I'm going to show you another way to do it. Using the same numbers. Probably a good idea to show this one as well. Doing the same problem. What can I divide out of 12 and 42 other than 6? Something I can divide out of 12 and 42 is not 6. Chris? 3. Divided 3 out. What is 12 divided by 3? Bryce? 4. Awesome. What's 42 divided by 3? Colin? 14. Can I divide anything else out of 4 and 14. Other than a 1. Mark. Divided 2 out. So this is where I make my next step in my ladder. 2 or 4 divided by 2 is 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Can I divide anything else out of 2 and 7?
Yeah.
Only thing I can find out is a 1. Does a 1 do me any good? Nope, I get the same thing. This is the same problem. Where is my answer at? On this one, over here. How do I get the answer of 6? Using the ladder method. Bryce. You got it. Nice job, Bryce. Multiply the numbers on the left-hand side. 3 times 2 is 6. It is the greatest common factor. Elian. Not right now. Okay. Unless it's an emergency. This is important. Prime. So on your homework, there's 2 problems that say use prime factorization to answer the problems. I'm not explaining prime factorization. So when it says prime factorization, please use the ladder method. Okay? Use the ladder method for prime factorization. Allison.
So what are the differences between how you did it on the left hand and how you did it on the right?
Good. Question is what? Like these are the same thing, like the same answers. If you are really good with your facts, I would highly suggest that you use the ladder method. And if you're really good, you can find the greatest one in one step. If you find it in one step, you have the answer pretty quick. I still suggest that you use the ladder method. But if you're not so good with your facts, you can use smaller numbers to divide them out. It takes a little longer, but you are getting to that answer. Just a couple more steps. My hint to you would be, in general, if you have an even number, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, what can you always divide out? You always divide a 2 out with an even number. Right? Where's that coming from? Okay. Yep. All right. Are we good with that? All right. Why don't you go ahead and try? We're going to go back. I'll just give you. We'll finish the guy next month. How about 28 and 20? How about 36? You can either use the ladder method or rainbow method. I don't care. You can choose. What would you rather do? So find the greatest common factor of 28 and 36 using either rainbow method or ladder method. All right, let's go ahead and solve for this now. I'm going to do ladder method first. I list my 2 numbers. I make my step in the ladder. Please don't back up. Please make sure you're following along. What can I divide out of 28 and 36? Allison.
4.
You can divide a 4 out. What is 28 divided by 4? Chris. 7. What is 36 divided by 4? Megan. 9. Can I divide anything else out of 7 and 9 other than 1? No, I cannot. So what is the greatest common factor of 28 and 36? Colin. 4. So it's on the left-hand side. Raise your hand if you use the ladder method, but you did not divide a 4 out. You divided a 2 out. Right? You divided a 2 out. should look like this. 2 times 2. We're going to left hand side is 4. Should be able to get this in. What are our factors of 28? You can yell out to Mark.
1, 2, 4, 7, 15, 28.
Awesome. What about 36? Colin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 12, 18, 36.
Awesome. What is the largest number that they have in common? Libby. The 4. So again, on your homework, if it says prime factorization, please use the ladder method. Do the best you can. We are going to continue Grace coming back here tomorrow.